Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw, and I'm here today with Ricarda Lindner, who's the regional manager for the Americas for the German National Tourist Board. And I've known Ricarda for a long time and have been to Germany many times. And we're going to get an update on what's going on with Germany and tourism, both last year and what's to come this year. And you're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Ricardo, first of all, great to see you. We're not too far from each other, but we're still doing a Zoom today.
I know.
You're down in New York, and I'm up in Yonkers. But let's start off by saying what is the outlook for travel to Germany in 2024, and then the corollary: how did Germany do in 2023, especially from the U.S. market?
Absolutely. And thank you so much for having me, James. It's always a pleasure and honor to be on your program. So I'm happy to report that in 2023, Americans spent 6.5 million overnights in Germany. So travel to Germany is growing back sustainably, and we're very confident that this year in 2024, we will surpass the great numbers of 2019.
Okay, and so what is it? So you think it's going to be much better for 24? So it's more people are going to Germany, and as we emerge, well, we're well beyond COVID right now, pandemic.
We're not
Fortunately,
talking about that
we're
anymore.
not talking. That's a dead topic, as they said. Well, I probably use the word dead, but that's
Right.
another story. Um, what do you have any new tourism marketing campaigns for 24 for Germany? And if so, what are the themes?
Oh, we have so many things going on this year. So let me start out by maybe the first one. We'll be talking about art and culture in Germany. Germany is voted by the Europeans as the cultural capital of Europe. And we have 80 opera houses in Germany. We have over 7,200 museums. And we will highlighting the most important ones with the most renowned exhibitions and unique concepts. We'll
Well, I
also
know. Yeah, I know in the past you've had such campaigns as devoted to Luther. Remember that one? And then churches. You've had a whole lot of different focuses, but arts and culture is always very much part of how you promote Germany, right?
Absolutely, and it's a hot topic. And in that context, we'll also be talking about our 52 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, which we have clustered in 8 different routes throughout the country. And of course, we'll be talking about sustainability, which we call our Feel Good campaign.
Mhm.
And we will communicate over 3,000 established and certified hotels. We will be talking about farm to table and vegan restaurants. And of course, we're living in New York City. We always think farm to table has been invented by Union Square Market, but that's really how we, as Germans, we grew up in the country. And we'll talk about our interconnected and very efficient public transportation system, and of course, a number of eco-friendly experiences throughout the country. And in that context, we will invite our guests to stay a little longer, to linger in destination, to combine the big cosmopolitan cities with like the unique picturesque towns and offset a little bit their carbon footprint.
No, and that sounds wonderful, and it really is such a beautiful country outside of the cities, and going into the villages and towns as well. And I've been everywhere around Germany now, especially with you as well. I was traveling around with German National Tourist Office. Now there is a belief among some in the travel committee community that late July, early August is probably not the best time of to travel in Europe because everybody else is on vacation. Is this a good time in late July, early Germany to early August to travel to Germany?
Well, I can tell you that a vacation in Germany always promises a trip with good value for money throughout the entire tourism chain, whether it comes to accommodation, whether it comes to meals, whether it comes to activities, and that year round, also in July and August. And please keep in mind that with the apparent climate change that we're all facing, Germany's climate got a whole lot milder and more pleasant, especially throughout the summer months, whereas other somewhat southern European countries experiencing these really hot summers that fortunately we don't have, and our summers just turn a little milder and a little bit more pleasant, and therefore it's a great time to visit. And especially, if I may say, we're hosting this year the Euro soccer championships.
Oh, yes, I know you're a big football fan
Exactly.
too. So
Yeah, in 10 different countries from mid-June to mid-July. So please come and visit us. It's going to be a huge spectacle. Even if you don't get any tickets, the public viewing spaces will be so much fun and will be really exciting.
yeah, and of course, a lot of Germans go on vacation then too. They're going off to other places, and you probably it's availability of hotels is probably pretty good too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, let's talk a little bit about airlift between the U.S. and Germany. Obviously, during that unsaid pandemic time, things got really tight. But is it back to normal, back opening? And are there new airlines, new gateways? What's going on?
Well, we have weekly, we have 365 flights to Germany from different various gateways in the US into Frankfurt, Munich, Berlin, Düsseldorf, and Stuttgart. I don't think there's any country in Europe that has as many gateways in destination for transatlantic flights for from the US. So it's really easy reachable. And no, I think we don't have new airlines necessarily going. The established airlines keep expanding their net. And as the demand for travel to Germany is growing and to Europe is growing, as are they expanding their network into Germany.
No, absolutely. And I often go through Frankfurt or Munich on trips to Europe, and sometimes I stay. So it really is a great time. And I've been taking Lufthansa, I've been taking Condor, both two great airlines. So it really is very easy to get over there.
Yeah, and then we have to think about what we're doing in November, James, when we have, can you imagine, this year we're celebrating 35 years of the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Oh, I didn't know that. Boy, I lost track. There you go.
Yeah. I think you and I, we can remember what we've been 35 years ago when we heard that the Berlin Wall is coming down.
Sure.
I know we're dating ourselves, but yeah, that's another big anniversary for us this year.
And you have things planned around it that you're going to be doing, some celebrations. You said celebrations of this, right?
Yes, absolutely. It will be big celebrations, of course, in Berlin, but we'll also be highlighting what has changed in the 35 years since the wall came down touristically. For us, that was an amazing experience also because we added 6 beautiful states to our tourism portfolio. So with that, we're showing and showcasing what has changed during that time.
Now, we want to talk to you a little bit about hotel prices in Germany. Are they going up, down? Are they stabilized for now? And is there more new hotel product in the market, especially for 4- and 5-star level hotels?
So I think the hotel pricing conversation brings me back to my previous argument. Sorry, you probably hear the New York voices in the background here in my office. Brings me back to my previous argument that a trip to Germany is always great value for money, and we can see this in the hotel pricing. So just to give you a couple of numbers. The average hotel rate in Europe was 114 euros last year. And in Germany, it was only 105. Mm-hmm. And you can see this throughout the entire hotel categories, the entire portfolio, that the value in Germany is much, much better. And the product is a true 4- or 5-star hotels. And we do have a number of openings throughout the countries. But before battling them down, I just really want to give you 2 great examples of openings. One is in the beautiful Baroque city of Dresden. And I know you have been there before as well.
Absolutely. I think with you.
Yeah, exactly. It was one of our great trips together. The gorgeous Taschenberg Palais, the Kempinski Taschenberg Palais, has reopened after a year of renovations. But we also have theme-focused hotel openings, like like in Stuttgart, we have a hotel called Köhler, which is an entirely vegan hotel, from bed sheets to hotel amenities, and of course the food. I'm not vegan, but I can't wait to try it. I think that sounds super interesting. So there's a lot of things happening and a lot of new hotels opening.
Well, careful. You might become a vegan soon if you go to that hotel. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll try together. How about that?
There you go. So it sounds wonderful. And the hotels in Germany are wonderful. I'm actually going to Germany at the end of March and spend about 3 or 4 days there, mostly at 5-star hotels. So I'm looking forward to getting back there and doing that. Now, how does German National Tourist Board really work with travel advisors here in the States to educate, to train to make sure they know everything about Germany that they need to know in order to book?
That's a good question. Thank you for that. So we continue to reach and communicate with the travel advisors through the big consortia. We're members with travel leaders, with Signature, with Virtuoso, and really participate in the majority of their functions. Additionally, we usually do at least one roadshow throughout the year in the US, and this year, or North America. And this year, we're going to Montreal, to New Jersey, and to Houston. And in different workshops and functions, we'll, together with 30 German and US partners, will talk to the advisors and hopefully position new product to them and educate them on the destination and what's happening and what's going on. But for a more frequent communication, we monthly have webinars that are very popular together with our German partners, where we can talk about the news in more detail in different regions throughout the country.
Absolutely. Well, that's great. And I know they appreciate that because they want to find out all that's new about Germany. Now, is there anything else you want to tell our 126,000 travel advisors about Germany and German tourism in particular today?
I would love to. So I want to shout out, the time to go to Germany is now. Take advantage of the great climate, of the very favorable exchange rate, of the great value for money that the country has to offer. And of course, have your clients enjoy all the great topics and themes and events that are going on this year and that are special to this year. And have them feel good about their trip to Germany, because you're traveling to a country that takes sustainability really seriously and does a lot already for the traveler. So the traveler doesn't have to be so active about it or have to curtail themselves on their journey to Germany.
Absolutely. Now, where can advisors go to get more information about Germany, or right off about a URL or something, and the programs that you have?
Absolutely. I mean, the first stop of information is our website, germany.travel. We have a dedicated trade extranet there, compiled with tons of useful information for the advisors. Of course, please sign up there as well. For our newsletter that comes out at least monthly with news, hotels openings, and everything up to date in Germany. And be with us on our webinars, come to our functions, call us if you need us. We have a sales team that is dedicated and always happy to help whoever needs it.
Fantastic. Well, Ricarda, it's great to see you virtually. We actually had lunch a few weeks ago in person.
That was so much better.
That was much better, although we couldn't have done the interview there. We just had great food, although it wasn't German, it was Korean, if I recall. Yeah. But it was a wonderful time. And now I'm looking forward to my trip to Germany and really to reacquaint myself with a lot more of your cities and towns. And again, thank you for taking the time to speak with us here.
Thank you so much, James, for having me. Always a pleasure.
I'm James Schillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.